Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L, and I have another really cool episode for you guys here today. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, this is actually a pop from a game that we haven't even played on Jared Takes the L, not because I didn't want to, but because it is actually quite impossible for me to do so at the moment because it is a PlayStation exclusive, and as you guys know, I only have the Xbox and the Switch, so until this game comes to any of those consoles, which maybe the Switch, because like Nintendo and Sony have had like an interesting relationship, I guess, because they have been able to port games to each other's consoles. Um, unless it comes to the Switch, I don't really see that happening, but I still really like the game. I think it's really cool. I like the character that we're going to be looking at today. There's only the one pop, so going to be a pretty quick one today, but that's okay because July we have a lot of pops to go. Also, I think one of the cats is trying to get back in. I was wondering what that noise was. Um, but today's episode, like I said, going to be a little bit quicker than typical, just because we just have the one today. Although it is kind of funny because as of this week, they are making a whole other wave of pops for this game, and it's going to have like 6 characters in it. So kind of funny. I probably won't get that one. I thought this doing at least just the one would be pretty cool. But of course, the character I am talking about today is also the same as the name of the game. We have Astro Bot. I really think this game's awesome. I've seen gameplay of it. This game even won Game of the Year back in 2024, and they made an exclusive Funko Pop of that, which is pretty much the same one as this one. I think it was just, was it golden or was it just metallic? I'm trying to remember what it was now. I have it. I literally have it. I can't even remember. I want to say it was just kind of like a metallic. But that was cool. That was the first one. And then they ended up making this one as a common release, which I thought was perfect because I could leave the other one in the box and then I could open this one. I'm going to go help the cat. He appears to be trying to get out. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. He was gonna keep trying to tear up that door if I didn't help him. But like I was saying, this was Game of the Year a few years ago, so that really goes to show just how much of an impact Astro Bot has had. But yeah, let's take a look at the box here. This is, of course, Pop Games number 1089. Really like the box for this one. I like the blue and everything. It has its own custom little name plate down here. There's the back of the box. Again, there's no other characters as part of this particular wave, so the only thing back here is just the logo and Astro Bot himself with some of the other, little bots there that help him out in the game. And then we have the other side here. Let's go ahead and open this one up and see how well they did. All right. This one's pretty cool. All right, so here is Astro Bot. This one actually came out really nice. Probably one of the easiest ones to replicate in that Funko style. And actually, we have a little comparison. We actually have a way to compare what he looks like with his actual appearance in game, and as you can see, it's really accurate. It's actually crazy accurate, really. They were able to get the eyes. They kind of fit Funko's style anyways, so they really didn't have to change anything with that. He has a little antenna up here on top of his little helmet or whatever. He does have what appears to be as like a little cape right here. That's kind of fun. I do like that. Then he does have, of course, little... he is flying, so they do have little blasters down there helping him fly. And, of course, a base right here as well to help him kind of stay sturdy so he doesn't fall over. But, honestly, like I said, this is a really cool pop. They did a really good job with this one. And it is kind of nice to see them branching out and doing some of those, PlayStation games again. Because they kind of tend to do that. They will only do PlayStation games every couple of years for some reason. Then they do like all of them, and then they just go away for a few more years and then come back. They're kind of doing something similar right now with Capcom, and there's more on that a little bit later on here on Jared Opens a Box. But I think they did a really good job with this particular pop. The colors, everything, it just looks really well done. I just really especially like the face. They did a really good job with that, or I guess lack thereof. It's really just the eyes on like a digital background, but it's still really cool. And yeah, I guess not much else to say. Obviously, this is going to get a 10 out of 10 because it is so accurate to his design. It's really, really cool. And I guess I'll use this as an opportunity to try to get Astro Bot onto at least the Switch 2 so I can finally play it, because it seriously looks like such a cool game and it's kind of right up my alley. Since it's basically, I mean, it's not basically a platformer, but it is in that vein, you know. So I think it would be really cool to play that one. But nonetheless, here is Astrobot. Really, really cool pop. Big fan of this one. And yeah, I guess not much else to say. Let me know down below what you guys think of Astrobot. And when we come back in 2 weeks' time, it's going to be a much longer video because the King of the Monsters Godzilla is going to be returning to Jared Opens a Box with quite a few pops, including a few exclusives that I couldn't even fit up there because they are all massive. So it's going to be really, really cool. And then we have another really awesome one in July that I'll talk more about when we do the Godzilla video. But that is going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.